All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Brian Stickney. We're here for our Forex Live event. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. And what we're going to do today is utilize Forex Joe's trading methodology, the daily regimen as he calls it, to go through and find some potential trades for us to take. We did have some trades we put on last night in class. We had one that triggered. I typically don't really like to let trades sit overnight. We did have one though that triggered while we were in class, so I needed to let that one play out. And so that trade from Forex Joe's report from his trade alert last night, the scalper trade on the pound USD ended up triggering and actually moved us for some pretty nice positive pips. As you mentioned though, made reverse the first time during the Asia session. And we see that a lot. It seems like trades that are parked, if we're looking to do those trades, if they're parked closer to London, they seem to have a higher probability for success. So anyway, got some pips on that one, and we're not going to worry about that now. We're going to go and look at some other potential trades that we can find alive in the marketplace. It looked like the euro trade would have picked up both a buy and a sell last night if that trade had stayed on. So some good opportunity from Forex Joe's alert that he puts out every day. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be walking through the daily regimen for live trading, and we're going to go through our checklist, which just lets us capture all the pertinent information about where the current price is, what our channel information is, support resistance levels, trending versus oscillating, news, all of that information. We'd like to capture that, write it down, and then go into the market, start putting our lines on the chart and finding the key levels that we'd want to trade from. Before we do that though, I do have to let you know that unique experiences and past performances do not guarantee future results. I think we all understand that. We've been around this game for a little while, and we know that trading involves risk. But I do need to pause for just a second and give you an opportunity to read through that, and we'll get on with our trading day. All right, and that should be long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and close that down. There we go. And we're left with our charts. Before we do the charts, just for those of you that might be brand new, what I'm going to be using today, if you go to, in your subscription, you should have access to this Forex Live tab. And you can either go, just click Forex Live, or go to the downloads section. Either way, there is a daily regimen for live trading link, and you can download this as a Word document, or you can open it as a PDF. I typically open it as a PDF and just print it out so I have it in front of me. I'm still fairly tactile. I know a lot of our new generation does everything on the computer. I typically still like to touch things and feel things and have it in front of me and actually write it down. So what we'll be doing is we'll be walking through this. So you can take a copy of this, write it, print it out, or do it online, whichever suits you. But this is what we'll be going through, and we do this every day for our live class, and should use it every time you're trading. I can tell you this, that whenever I don't use this, I typically have bigger losses, and I think that's because what occurs is I let emotion get in the way, and this really takes the emotion out of the mix, which should never be there in trading, and has us write everything down, capture the pertinent information, and then go in to place our trades. So we're identifying all the key areas that we should be looking at to find our trades. Now, does that mean we're going to definitely have a winning trade? Absolutely not. We're going to have winning days. We're going to have losing days. We're going to have losing weeks, to have losing months. It's part of trading. You're not going to make money every single time you step in the market. You just want to put the odds in your favor so you have a better opportunity to do that. So what we'll be using today is our daily report, and which covers 22 currency pairs. And we'll be using that in conjunction with the live market. So to kick things off, on my daily regimen for live trading, I'm going to start with the Euro USD. And first thing we want to know is, where's the Euro currently trading? Well, we're back down to 34.70. So we're currently trading at 3470 area. And now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to capture some information from the report. So the first thing we want to know is, what is our channel information telling us? Well, we're going to look right here on the Euro USD, and we see the compressed channel, the daily channel. This is the one that we're most concerned with for today. And we see that we have a channel top at 35.20, and we have a channel bottom at 34.53. And normally, if we saw any alignment, we'd be a little more excited, but you know, we do see down below us, if we break through this 34.53, there is a key channel coming up on the horizon. So 33.29 would be the next major level on a midterm and long-term channel that we'd want to look at. So we might just put that down. If you don't have that number memorized already and kind of have it in your you know, in your back pocket there, you might just consider making a note of 33.29 on your page. But for right now, we're concerned with 34.53 as our channel bottom and 35.20 as our channel top. Next thing we want to see is, where are the key support and resistance levels? And Forex Show does a great job of putting those out for us every day on the report. So we're able to see that currently we're trading at 34.70. Well, that actually, you know, we'll probably hover around here for a little bit before we break one direction or the other, because there is a support resistance level right there at 34.74. So kind of a decision point for us. If we stay below that, then our next support resistance level below the channel bottom actually is 34.46, and then 34.04, which is that, you know, 3400 whole number area that we'd want to keep an eye on. To the upside here, we have 35.12. If we break back up, followed by 35.20, which is in alignment with that channel top, and then from there 35.81. Continuing on, I'm sorry, 35.47, continuing on the way up. All right, so the next thing we want to know, are we trending or are we oscillating for this currency pair? What's happening for the current day, for our current session, trending or oscillating? Well, looks like we chopped around for a bit, and then during London, we got some movement here, but we're still less than 60 pips. Today we've moved 54 pips, but we're definitely, for this current session, we're in a downward trend. Forex Joe's always asked us, though, you know, with the euro, typically if we're moving less than 60 pips, we're still oscillating. He still considers that to be oscillating. Although the next big thing here is the next question here is, have we broken our channel? Have we broken below 34.53 or above 35.20? And what we can see here is we came right to 35.20, which is right here. Not quite to it, but pushed up, didn't get there, and we've got 34.53 is down here. So no, we have not broken through our channels. Answer there is no. Next up, average daily range. Why do we want to know this? Well, it's important to know what the average range for a currency pair typically is, so that if you're, you know, seeing what looks like a really nice setup, you know, at the very top of a range, you're not buying the tops or selling the bottoms. So we want to know what our average range is. It just helps us maybe stay out of some trades that we might take if we weren't aware of that. So it's important to know what our average range is. Today we've moved 54 pips, and the range on this really, you know, because we've been in this summertime blues era time period, you know, where we're very, very range bound, we see our shorter term ranges drop down to, you know, be 80 to 90 pips. Prior to being in this oscillating market that we've experienced for the last couple of months, we were about 100 pip range on this Euro USD. But right now it's 80 to 90 pips, and that'll change. That'll increase over time. But 80 to 90 pips is our current range. So, you know, when I say we want to know what the average daily range is, well, if we had moved, let's say, 80 pips up, and we're sitting here and you're looking for a buy signal, probably not a great time to buy something at the very top of a range, right? That's why we want to know what our average range is, so that we know if potentially we have some additional movement left, or if we're kind of ranged out and should be looking for potential reversals. So does that mean that it can't move another 100 pips? No, absolutely not. It's just telling us that on average, it doesn't move more than that. So we want to be careful and not jump into anything at the extreme end, one end or the other. All right, next up is news. We want to always check what type of news is coming up in the short term. So I like to use Forex Factory for that. And we pop over to the main, well, I think it's got to be a conflict with GoToMeeting. These screens kind of blanking out like that. Anyway, I like to use forexfactory.com. It's a great spot to look for your upcoming scheduled news announcements. And the very main page has our calendar for the day. And this is all in Eastern time, so we're able to see what's coming up. Well, right now, you know, it's about 9/11 Eastern time. We have a low impact report coming out of Europe here shortly. The next high impact report for the US is in about 45 minutes. There's the consumer confidence report. And then after that, there's no real high impact news for the remainder of the day. Typically, I'm most concerned about these red reports, these high impact reports, because those are the ones that have the most potential to be a catalyst for a market movement, a big market movement. So we like to keep an eye on what's happening there so that, you know, let's say it's 9:45 Eastern, we may not want to jump into a trade right ahead of this. We might want to wait for this report to occur because this could be a market mover, let the market shake out, and then go from there. So do we have news coming up? The answer is yes, there is news coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern that could potentially impact the US dollar. And the last thing that we want to have a look at before we start placing trades is our futures market. What's happening in the futures market? Well, we like to pop over here. I'm just going to go ahead and reload this screen since it's blacking out on me. Maybe you guys don't even see that. It may not refresh fast enough for you to see that funky thing it was doing there. So I like to use finviz.com. It's a great heads-up dashboard for our futures market. It shows us very visually what's happening there, and we can see, you know, how are we leaning? Are we in the middle, or is there a slight lean towards positive, futures slight towards negative? What we see right now, we're concerned with what's happening in the Dow, crude, gold, silver, and we see the Dow is up slightly. Yes, it's really kind of even. Crude's down a bit, gold's down a bit, silver's down a bit. So the ones that we're watching, you know, are really slightly leaning to the downside. Dow is kind of mixed right now. It's very, very slight, but a slight uptick right now in the Dow. So for the futures we're concerned about, there's a little bit of a downward lean right now, which should give us an increased strength in the dollar. Why do we say that? Well, typically as money flows, let's just talk about it this way, if money flows into the Dow, into crude, into gold and silver, is flowing out of the dollar. Typically we're holding liquid positions in US dollars, so as we're taking positions here, we're pulling positions out of here to go into these. Conversely, if we're seeing a weak Dow, weak gold, weak silver, weak crude, we're taking money out of these positions and holding it liquid in US dollars. So this is just kind of gives us a visual. Just want to check this, but it's a good indicator of whether we're going to see dollar strength or dollar weakness for the day. And right now, it looks like we're leaning towards dollar strength based on what we're seeing here. All right, so we've captured a bunch of information. We know where we're currently trading. We know what our channel information is. We know what our support resistance levels are. We know if we're trending or oscillating, if the channel's been broken. We captured a ton of information. So now we can pop over to our report, to our charts, and begin placing some trades, draw our lines on here, and then begin placing some trades so we can see you know, what we can pull from the market today. Get ready to go fishing or hunting or whatever it might be. So what we'll do is we've got, we already put on here where our channel top and channel bottom is for the day. The next thing we want to have a look at is our support resistance levels. So we know that 34.74, which is kind of where we've been hanging out right now, there's a support resistance level right there. And then below that, we had 34.46, which is actually on down slightly below our channel bottom. 34.46 is right down here. 34, close enough. All right, and then below that, 3,400, which is that's a big psychological level. If we push down and we break through, this 34.5 area, you can certainly see it going to 3,400 just to retest a key level, key psychological level that exists there. To the upside, from this 34.74, the next stop up was our channel. I'm sorry, there's another one here, 35.12 I wrote down. Sometimes I write this stuff down quickly and can't let me read my own chicken scratch. So, all right, so then after that, then we've got 34.20, which was our channel top. So we look at that and we say, okay, we're sitting here, we've got kind of a decision point. Where else might we see some key levels? And Forex Joe calls that, compressing the channel. So we do see right along here, over the course of yesterday's trading and then into the Asia session, we really saw this 34.91 setting up as a 34.90, maybe you might want to call it. But anyway, we saw this area setting up as a key support level for us. We saw it just supported right along here, finally broke up, came back to retest, it broke up. Then when it finally broke down, we came back, couldn't quite make it, but we were chopping around right here in this area. So this has ended up being a key level that was not on the report when it came out. So now we've got our lines in the chart, and it's at this point where we'd want to look and see, okay, where do we want to place this trade? Now, what we've had here is we have this 34.74 area that Forex Joe had on had on the report as a support resistance level, and what we're seeing is price kind of chopped around here, broke through, tested it, repelled it. Now it's broken through it, and we're trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Are we going to continue to push up, or are we going to break back down? And we need to wait for this candle to close to see what's going on. But right now with the futures market leaning towards a stronger dollar, my money would be on taking it short from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a sell order. Now I know this is a little bit different. Typically we've always looked for price to float up, and we could actually do that because the futures market might push it up a little bit higher. I don't know if it's got the strength to get there, but a little bit different sometimes style of trading as we get into trending markets versus oscillating markets. In an oscillating market, you're going to see a support or resistance level touched more times than you will in a trending market. So when markets start actually trending and moving, it sometimes is easier to play the breakout style of trade versus the pullback style of trading. Although we can certainly look for a pullback here. An Asia low is a great spot. What we might see, we've got the futures market coming online. What we saw over here right now in the futures market, by the way, this is on electronic trading. The pit traders come on in about 20 minutes. So that's the bottom of the hour. You'll see the majority of the pit traders start coming online. That's when you will really start seeing some directionality out of the futures market. So what we could see right now is a further pullback to this level. I don't know if it's got the strength to get there. If it breaks below this, we still want to sell it. But what we'll do for now is look for a pullback to retest this Asia low, and if we can get there, then we'll look to settle off of that. So let's go ahead and do that. Sell off of the Asia low. I just don't know that we actually have the strength to do it. So we got this one on. So we're going to put the sell on. I don't know that I'm going to enter a buy on this one simply because we've got we're in a downward trend for the day. We've got the futures market right now leaning towards dollar strength, and we're not really near a bottom or a top that would make you want to look for a reversal. So I don't really see bracketing an order on this one right now. I'm going to look at this sell. So right now I'm going to park an order. We've got about 20 minutes. I'm sorry, 10 minutes. I don't know what I was thinking. 10 minutes until the futures market comes online. We might be able to push back and retest this Asia low. So I'm parking an order here. Then I'm keeping my stop loss fairly tight to just, if we do happen to push through here and get a total reverse in direction, then we want to keep our risk fairly low. But what I am looking for here is to come back and retest this. If we can't get there and we break down, I'm going to look to adjust my sell off of this 34.75, 34.74 area, because this really is our decision point right here. But we do have a few minutes, so maybe we can push higher and get filled at a little better spot, and then take it short from there. So we're going to go ahead and keep that one on. So I'm just looking right now for a sell off of just 34.88 area. All right. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for right now. And just to kind of recap, the reason I'm setting this a little bit higher is because with the futures market coming on, we could see a little bit of a push before we get our move. But I'm definitely looking short because of the dollar strength that we're seeing as the current lean in the futures market, and I'm placing it here because we could push a little bit more with these guys coming online. But I am watching 34.75 is going to be my spot. So if it can't get here and we start breaking back down below, I'll adjust my sell to the sell off of 34.75. All right, so the next one up, pound USD. So again, utilizing Forex Joe's daily regimen, our checklist, if you will. We always want to be consistent when we're trading. We have to have a consistent approach. I know that sounds, it can be boring because it's repetitious, but with that repetition is what it's going to make us successful, because we can do the same thing. We have the same approach every time we step into the marketplace. Then we can set the, if we have the same approach with a proven method, then we can set the odds in our favor for success. So again, here for the pound USD, we see this currently trading at 59.66. 59.66. All right, so back over to the report. We're going to gather our channel information, and the channel is telling us, the report rather is telling us, that we have a daily channel bottom at 60.44 and a channel top at 60.95. Now, one thing you will note here with 60.44 is this was aligned on a short-term, mid-term, and a long-term as a significant level. So these are all lining up. It's a 3 of 3 channel. That makes that a solid area for us. So that's 3 of 3. You might want to make a note of that we've got a 3 of 3 channel at 60.44. Now, this report came out a little bit early, and then as the U.S. market closed and Asia got into, the Asian trading really was starting with Sydney markets. It actually broke down below 60.44 and has been falling ever since. So we'll have a look at that in just a second. Support resistance information, we're currently trading at 59.66. Well, we have a support level below us at 59.55, and then below that is 58.83, and to the upside we have 6,000, which is a key psychological level, followed by 60.22, and then 60.34, 60.44 area up here. Are we trending or oscillating for the day? Well, we've been falling. We've been in a downward trend really since the U.S. market closed and Asia opened. So we've been falling. So we are in a trending market. Has the channel been broken? Yes, it has. Now the question there, have we broken above 60.95 or below 60.44? We know the answer there is yes, because we're trading significantly below it now. Average daily range. Interesting piece. What's our average range? Well, today we've moved 90 pips, and our average range has been, 5-day average about 130, 20 days of 100, 130 days 115. So we had seen some really big moves, 200 plus pip moves in this pound USD, which is what's causing these to be so high. Typically, we had seen the pound coming into this year trading at about 90 to 100 pips, but pound has been a big mover as of late. So we're probably closer to 115 to 120 plus pips on the pound USD. What news is coming up? Well, we know we do have news. Yes, there is news. It's coming up 10 a.m. Eastern. We know that. It's a consumer confidence report. So we'll want to keep an eye on that. And then the last thing we'll keep an eye on is our futures market, which won't have changed too much in the last couple of minutes, but we do always want to just get in the habit of popping over there, having a look just to see what's going on. This doesn't do this when I'm not broadcasting, so I don't know what is going on. There it goes. All right, so we know that we've got a bit of a lean towards dollar strength right now, and the futures market gets fully underway here in about 5 minutes. So we've captured our information. We know what our channel information is, where our support resistance levels are, and capture the other pertinent information as well. So now we can pop over here and have a quick look. We know that 60.44 is a major area. So that's right about there. Big level for us, 3 of 3 channel there at 60.44. Next one down is, so we've got 6,000, which is right about here. And then 59.55, which is right down here. All right, 59.55. And then if we break below that, 58.83, quite a ways down. To compress the channel a little bit, what we're seeing here, we've got kind of a struggle, a little decision point here at this 59.90 area. We broke it, came back, struggle, broke through, retested, now it's broken back down. We're pushing up. There's still a lean towards dollar strength right now, and the next level I'd probably watch would be here, where we've seen this bottom out, and maybe even a little bit lower, this 59.80 area. So what I'll be looking at here is a sell off of this area here. See if we can push up to that prior to the futures market getting fully underway. I'm going to hide behind this next level up, and I'm going to take profit right down here. And move to sell. So what I'm looking for is we put the channels on again. We looked at what our, there it goes. What we did is we looked again at all pertinent information. We captured everything. We put our lines on the chart from where the support resistance levels were. Then we compressed that a bit more and said, okay, where are we seeing additional levels of support or resistance? And based on where we've seen kind of the lean of the market over the course of the trading day and everything, then we decided to go ahead and place a trade. And what I'm looking at here really is for a retest of this Asia low. Again, we pushed beyond it. We're right at the Asia low right now, and I'd like to see if we can push a little bit higher and retest this support level that had been established and was recently broken and has not been retested yet. So we're seeing if we can push up to this 59.80 area and then take it short again from there. And of course, we're going to keep our stop fairly low. We want to stay out of the way of this next resistance level above us. So if it did push beyond here, look for a stopping point here and a reversal. And again, we're not really far enough down for me to look at a bracket order. If we did want to put in a buy, which I'm not going to enter right this second, I'd really need to see another level down. We got 58.83. Let's just see where that is. $58.83 is right down here. Whoops. So just looking top to bottom, you know, that's 160 pips. I mean, that's really too far out for me to try to buy the bottom of that. I don't really see it moving that much over the course of the day. So I'm just really going to look at just keep my sell on. If we were a little closer to a support or resistance level that coincided with you know, what our typical range would be, I'd be looking to maybe place a buy at that, but I just don't see it pushing this far. And since we don't have any key areas in between, I'm just going to let that go and only look at my sell for today. So I've got a sell we've put on at 59.79, 59.80. I'm at 59.79. So looking for a retest of that level and looking to sell it off of that. So again, that's the trade I've placed based on the information that I gathered using Forex Joe's method and the channel information from our report. I've chosen to interpret that data as a short off of a retest of this area. All right, so let's do one more. And see what we can find here on the USD JPY. See if we can find something to bracket in here. All right, so the US yen currently trading at 98.66. All right, channel information here tells us that we have a daily channel bottom at 98.38 and a channel top at 99.09. Above us we have the ever famous 99.67, which has been popping up as a channel really over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks now. Big number here at 99.67. But currently what we're concerned about, 99.09 and 98.38. All right, support resistance levels. Well, we're currently trading at 98.66. So with that said, 98.70, kind of a decision point there for us, right where we're currently sitting. Below us we have 98.38 and then 9800, big psychological level. Above us we have 98.93, 9900. I would probably favor the 9900 actually over the 98.93, and then 99.34. Are we trending or oscillating on the US JPY? This was the chart we had up when Joel was on with us last week, so let me just reset that. All right, so are we trending or oscillating on this currency pair today? Looks like we're really, for the current session, we're in a downward trend, but for the current day, we're oscillating a bit, still with kind of a downward influence. So we're oscillating here. Has the channel been broken? That's the key indicator here. Have we broken above 99.09 or below 98.38? And we have not broken below 98.38. Have we broken above 99.09? And if we did push up during Asia, then reverse off of that 99.09 is right here. So that channel top was pierced. It broke it, closed above it, and then reversed off of that. All right, support resistance levels. Currently trading at 98.70. Well, 98.66, but 98.70 right here, where we're currently trading. Below us, we have 98.38, which coincided with that channel bottom. There we go. And then above us, 98.93 and 9,900. There's 9,900, 98.93. All right. Oops. Okay, so then if we take Forex Show's methodology and we compress this a bit further, we can really see right through here at this 98.85 that has been a real decision point. Over here was resistance, broke it, and never really came back to retest it. It just broke back through. We saw resistance here, and it's been pushing down lower. Now, we do have a bit of dollar strength based on what we're seeing over here in the futures market. Based on what we're seeing here, we're seeing some dollar strength. Big things though, what's our average range? We didn't capture that. Average range, today we've traded 66 pips. We've moved 66 pips. Average range for this pair, 5-day average is about 104 pips, 100 pips, and 20 days 130 day is 122 pips. So we're somewhere between 100 to 120 pips on average, and today we've moved 66. So there's definitely a lot of additional room for movement here. And where we're currently trading at this 98.70 definitely is a decision point. I'd like to see this continue to break back up, but what I want isn't necessarily what the market delivers. So we have to use our use what we've been given, which is the information here that we've captured, and an idea of where the current trend is. So we've pushed up and broken this level over the session. We've been trending back down, so we're kind of back to even here. This 98.70 is really looking like a big decision point for us. So what I'd like to let happen is for this candle to close out and see what we're going to do. If we get a confirmation of direction here, so we have this candle, we broke through, came back, and came back to retest this area. Second candle broke through, was instantly rejected. So now we're waiting for this candle to close. We need to see this candle close to give us confirmation of direction. If it closes below, then I'd like to wait one more, since we're kind of at a decision point here, and see if we continue to break back down. So 98.70 is going to be my point to watch to see if we're going to buy or sell off of this. But I need to see what's happening here with these candles. If we're going to break below and close below with this one, then we'll settle on a retest here, which I know is contrary to what we've seen with the euro and the pound trades. But right now for the session, we're definitely leaning to the downside here on this this US yen. But I'm not going to park a trade. I'd like to see what happens with this candle, and then we can move from there. All right, so those are the trades I'm putting on. We've got a sell on the Euro USD, a sell on the Pound USD, and we're currently waiting for a candle to close on this US yen and see which direction it's going to take us. All right, so with that said, I'm going to wrap it up and see if Forex Show's on with us today. And he is not on this morning, so nothing to add from Forex Joe. He'll probably be with us on Thursday. Our next class is Thursday morning, by the way. So we'll see if he can join us Thursday morning and provide some additional insight there. He did give us in the report today. Let's see if I can get back over here. He did give us some additional commentary, so for those of you that have read your alerts, be sure to go back over there and just check them out again. Forex Joe gave some additional commentary here on what he's seeing in the Euro USD and you know, what's happening with the ECB and potential interest rates cuts. There are some man, the screen's blacking out on me again. There is some additional news coming out later this week that could be potential market movers. So let's just trade it safe. Keep your eye on what's going on. But the biggest thing is, you know, try to trade it with the current trend and set yourself up for the highest level of success in doing that. So here we are. We found a couple of trades that we're going to that we've got on that we're waiting for. And now we're just waiting for this candle to close. So see what's happening here. This is looking like it's not going to be able to stay down, but depending on what this tells us here with this last candle close, we'll look for our entry. Got about 3 minutes there. We can hang out for 3 minutes and see what happens. Euro trade, looks like we're in a trade here. We pushed up to retest this area. So we're in a trade here in this euro and currently up a pip. Let's see what transpires there. See if we can get down to retest this level back down here at 34.75 and get some profit locked in. Pound flirting with this area where it came in and kind of got near there, but didn't quite get us all the way in. It was, boy, it looks like it came almost to it. Where are we at? High 79 even, and we're at 79.1. Missed me by 1/10 of a pip on getting into that, but it still may touch us in. So we'll let that one play out as well. So we got about 2 minutes here. This ends up being you know, mid candle, then you may look to just simply park a buy up here. So got about another minute and a half. We'll see what happens. We'll wait for this candle to close and then see if we can pull the trigger on one more trade before we wrap it up for the day. Quick question, where do we download the template from? Found the EAs but not the templates. Okay, so Sai, let's pop over here. So when you're in the depending on what level of subscription you have, by the way, so I don't know what that is offhand, but you know, if you have Forex Live and only Forex Live, then you'd find it here in the downloads. If you have a subscription that includes your Forex alerts and other things, you can go here to the downloads area, and in downloads, scroll all the way to the bottom. There's a lot of training videos that are here first that just talk about you know, how to utilize the software. But then if you scroll down to the bottom, which is step 3, download the channel trading software, and from here just click on download the software, download software here, and you'll be able to download everything. And when you download it and relaunch MetaTrader, so when you download it, it'll ask you to close MetaTrader because it's going to install on any instance of MetaTrader that's on your computer. It'll go out and find them. So if you're currently in MetaTrader and you install it, you have to close MetaTrader, restart it, and when you restart it, you'll actually see this little Forex Trader console pop up, and it'll ask you for your password. Just put that in. It's the same password you log into the website with, and then you'll have all the templates there. So when you do that and you right-click, you'll be able to have all of your all of these templates as well. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, it's below a whole bunch of information. There's a lot of data on there. Okay, so here we are. This candle closed, and it's really this 98.70 has proven to be quite a decision point for us. Looks like it may be a reversal point. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and park a buy order down here. And don't want to get too antsy. Let's sure I may be. Just go ahead and park it. We know this is a decision point. So we're going to go ahead and park a buy order down here, and then we can set our profit levels wherever we would like them, and voila, it's all set. By the way, guys, for those of you that are maybe just getting started with the software or just using it, the software defaults to 3 minis. And if you like to trade micros, in order to adjust that, what you would do is you would go here to the chart trader little smiley face. When you click that smiley face, it brings up this dialog box. Here you can tell it pretty much whatever you want. If you want it to pop up alerts, like I have these alerts are kind of hidden down here. If you want alerts to pop up, you can have that on. You set your lot size here under lots. So I changed it from 0.3, 3 minis, to 0.15. There needs to be a multiple of 3, by the way, because we're going to close out, take profit 1, take profit 2, leave your third lot running. So that's typically multiples of 3 is how we're trading. So we want something that we can divide easily by 3, so we don't end up with funky counts. So that's how you would adjust that. Then when you click OK, it saves it for you. And if you'd like to set that as a template, for instance, so it's always the same. You can once everything is set, and you've got what you want on your chart, you can actually just go over here to template and then click save template, and then you can save however you've got this set up. You can save your so that your lot size repeats. If you've got an ADR calculator on there that you like, if you've got maybe some other indicators that you always want to have on your charts, whatever chart you have up with the indicators and everything else that's being shown, if you click on Save Template, it'll save that for you. And if you open a new currency pair and you go to your new custom template, it'll automatically display all those indicators that you'd saved, and your EA will be set up the same way, everything else. So just a helpful little hint there for you. All right, so that's it. We've got a couple of trades on. We parked a buy on this US yen. We've parked a sell on the pound USD, and we have a sell on the Euro USD as well. The Euro USD is trading. It came in, touched us in. We've currently got 2 pips on it right now. We'll see how that one plays out. This pound's going against me presently, so it came back, touched us in here. We'll see how this one plays out as well. We're currently down 5 pips. That's not too much to be concerned about. So there we have it, and we may be into this US yen here in just a moment as well. All right, guys. Well, that is it for now. So let's go ahead and wrap it up, and we'll see you in the next class. Have a great one, everyone. Talk to you soon.